Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. Chalk. 17. Ready?
First carry for Josh Jacobs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now this defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
43 rail. Ready?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Here we go, set. 50, zoom, black. Claws red. Fury, yellow. Hut.
Throwing, Love. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They go play action. Daniels. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by preventing that sack right out of the gate.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 even, 60 even. Top low, 18. Ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Throwing now is Daniels. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken right on the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they come into this one. Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Striker, 3, ready, 6, mega, yellow, 40, ready.
To throw now, here's Love. And his throw here's incomplete. The Packers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Matthew Golden, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Set, ready.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go. 52 blue.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay,
3rd down and 6.
Come on, set. 50, green. Slide blue. Green jack. Ready?
Here's Love. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come.
And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it as we resume action. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther 11, Panther 11, Buffalo 18.
To the air goes Daniels. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Daniel's going to keep it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Love wants to shift things around.
Smash, red, cycle. Ready.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Love. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Black, 33, yellow, white.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one.
4-yard attempt.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Hey.
To throw is Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. First catch here by McLaurin, and he's got himself a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Daniels looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the 1st down.
Ready.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down, Commanders.
Stephanie! Stephanie Lion! Cup 19! Cup 19! Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. The second back at the 36. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. That's Samuel, caught left side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 3rd and 12. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Viking 18! Let's go! Ready, ready?
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 30 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is intercepted. He's on his way. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just have to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coaching his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
14.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
10 cycles.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Fury, yellow. Zone red.
Final play of the half. Love. He's going to take another shot here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fights loose. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
3rd and 2.
Ready, red, punt.
Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think he's going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Blaster, stay. Here we go. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Caught by Deebo Samuel out wide. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
19 tight. 19 tight.
2nd and 5. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring it down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So here's a 3rd and 14. Zach Ertz, the man in motion.
Panther 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This is brought in at the 21. 35 yards that time on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Blue, go. Needle, blue, 32.
Love looking to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off balance.
Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Play action, now it's Daniels. This will be called Samuel. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, 56 yards. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Moody good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Washington on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Under pressure, they got him again. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go now. Stretch the Eagles.
Throwing now is Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are right back in this football game. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go, set.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a three-score. And my goodness, another interception. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Debo